Please welcome Daniel Ocay.
I want everyone to imagine themselves again at 10 years old. You're outside. You're playing in the park. And suddenly, you make a wrong step. And you fall, and you scrape your knee. And you have pain. Now, some of you may cry. Or some of you may shout. And someone like your parent would come along to console you and make the pain go away. And it does. What if that pain never went away? This is the reality of 1 in 5 children. We all know that in adults, chronic back pain is one of the most common and disabling types of chronic musculoskeletal pain. The same reality applies to children and adolescents. Can you imagine a young child having pain on a regular basis, interfering with their daily lives, such as school, their sports, sleep, or even their social activities? How would it make you feel? Chronic pain in children is an important public health problem. Chronic pain already on its own is difficult to treat. But now add on to it all of the developmental and behavioral changes that occur during childhood and adolescence. Let's make it even harder. You're still 10 years old and you have pain every day. And you're at the hospital to meet a doctor. But now, you can't speak. Or you can't even express your pain physically. How would it make you feel? In clinic, children with cognitive disabilities who are unable to communicate the information necessary to evaluate their pain are encountered. Measuring their pain in a quantitative and reliable manner is especially challenging. Not long ago, it was thought that children, especially babies, don't feel pain. They said that their cry was simply just a reflex. Can you imagine a young child undergoing surgery without any proper anesthesia? It was only within the past couple decades that there has been an increase in pediatric pain research. Not as much as pain research in adults. And we are still very much lacking behind in pain research in nonverbal individuals. And research has not only shown that children and babies do feel pain, but the basic pathways to feel pain are developed in utero and continue to develop during childhood. However, although the means and the knowledge to relieve pain exists today, children's pain is often not recognized, it's undertreated, or sometimes even ignored. So are we really doing enough? In our research laboratory, we are recruiting patients with chronic musculoskeletal pain to undergo sensory tests, which can capture valuable details on a patient's response and expectation to pain. Now, these tests look at their sensitivity to touch, pressure, vibration, heat, or cold, really to determine which mechanisms either caused the chronic pain or is allowing the pain to persist. Now, these mechanisms can be peripheral, in which the affected site is more sensitive. Or these mechanisms can come from central processes at the level of the spinal cord or the brain. Now, these central processes can be ascending, so from a bottom-up point of view, in which our body reacts more strongly to any stimuli or sensation, whether it is painful or not. Or these central processes can be descending, so a top-down point of view, in which our own ability to modulate our pain becomes ineffective. There's one problem. These tests have not been widely used enough in healthy children and adolescents, such that there is still limited data for us to compare to with our chronic pain patients. For example, there is limited data for the back, the shoulder, the hips, the knees, These are common places children and adolescents report chronic musculoskeletal pain. My current project aims to recruit healthy young volunteers to undergo these same tests, to fill the gap in the literature and establish these comparative reference values. Once this is done, these values can be used as a comparative tool for any research group using sensory testing to help future children who will suffer from chronic pain with the hope to optimize their pain management. But how about the nonverbal individuals? These tests I just showed you are a semi-objective tool, such that they still rely on a participant's verbal response to these tests. So what are we doing? In the same assessment that we conduct in our patients and our healthy young volunteers, we make them wear what is called an electroencephalogram headset. It's a big word, but it's a simple headset that looks like a helmet that measures the electrical activity of the brain when a painful procedure is performed or not. And research has shown that the brains of patients with chronic pain are different and can be distinguished from healthy volunteers. But we all know we can't compare apples to oranges. The brain of a 30-year-old male is not the same as a 10-year-old girl. This is the reason we have to conduct these same tests in pediatrics. And artificial intelligence is a hot topic these days. And we are currently working on an algorithm that integrates both the neurophysiology captured by the sensory tests and the patterns of electrical activity of the brain. We hope to use this tool in clinic to help clinicians identify whether a nonverbal child is experiencing pain during a clinical procedure or whether their treatment to alleviate their pain is working or not. Now, I hope my talk has given you more information about the current solutions we are working on to break the silence of these suffering children. But it should not stop here. We need your help. We need you to talk to your children and your teenagers. Talk to your family members, coworkers, friends. Tell them to talk to their kids and their teens. Let them know that chronic pain in children exists. Let them know about the current solutions we are working on. Let these kids and teens know that they play a key role in society to help optimize pain management, whether it is for a friend, a brother, a sister, any family member, or even a stranger. Let them know that their participation in pain research may have a great impact on the future. Now, why should your healthy child participate in pain research? Well, it's all about kids helping kids. Let them know that it is really us who need them to change the world. Thank you.